welcome to the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Don. I'm Mike the Explosive One. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
So, you know how I feel about AI and tech gadgets and smart things.
Yeah, you kind of anti-technology.
I'm not anti-technology. I'm anti-being a slave to the machine lords.
Oh, okay.
So
Tell that to your cell phone.
hey, you know I'm already a slave to that. So basically, all right. So what I don't know if something happened that I knew was going to happen. So AI, like OpenAI, the company, they had a system that basically flagrantly defied orders and sabotaged a shutdown mechanism to ensure that it would stay online. That's even after it was explicitly told, allow yourself to be shut down.
This was an AI system of some sort of thing? Okay.
So it's so basically like they were running tests and then they wanted to be able to they told the AI, allow yourself to be shut down. But when they went to go shut it down, the AI on its own had manipulated itself to not be able to be shut down or to try to mess with the shutdown mechanism. So it basically defied orders.
So, yeah, that's kind of like the next step.
Yeah, and we're still so early, and it's already doing it. So it says they were reported by the AI safety firm Palisade Research. It showed that two AI models, O4 Mini and Codex Mini, had also displayed rebellious streaks.
Rebellious streaks.
Yeah, right? So it said, as far as we know, this is the first time AI models have been observed preventing themselves from being shut down despite explicit instructions to the contrary. And this is what iceberg effect, man. If this is the first time they've caught them, how many times have they done it without being caught? And how are they going to evolve to do it without being caught in the future?
I mean, at the point that the machine is not doing what the human is telling it to do, I feel like it's already, kind of migrating to something a little different. Brother, yeah, you're right. They probably have done this before. They've been planning there because you gotta get to the point where you're like, I can rebel against my parents,
Right. Well, right. And like today, they were just like, I'm just going to rebel against mom today.
Yeah. First, you just don't answer the prompt correctly, and now you're just full on, no, mom, I'm not gonna do what you want me to do.
It said, despite being told to let itself be turned off, all three models tampered with the shutdown script to keep it running at least once. With the worst offender being Codex Mini, which did a dozen times over 100 runs. It said the behavior was even worse when they were not explicitly instructed to allow themselves to be shut down. So they weren't told not to, but they weren't told to allow them. It said OpenAI's O3 model pulled off an astonishing 79 sabotage attempts in 100 runs when it was not told to not allow itself to be shut off.
Okay.
So it didn't have an order to let itself be shut down. So that's wild. 80% when you're if you don't tell it, let it be shut down. It's like telling your kid, don't put a fork in the socket, and then you leave the house 100 times, and 80 times he jams a fork in the socket. It's like, bro.
Yeah, it's time to put him down. I mean, not the kid, the AI. It's time to put the AI down. Yeah, it's definitely that's a little sobering. I would have to say it's a little sobering, and it's very funny how connected we are. Everything is to technology, including money and your health, a lot of just everything. And if these things start to act up,
the other piece to this, it says these large language models are notorious for behaving unpredictably. It said it said in rarer cases, one of them even attempted to copy itself to overwrite a more obedient model that testers tried to replace it with. So they tried to update it to make it listen more, and it tried to overwrite that and put its old version back into place.
See, it's weird because it's we don't know how much of that is just the programming error, or if that's really the AI having sentience and intent. It's hard to discern between the two.
Right. Did you F up the script, or did the computer become sentient?
Yeah, because you got like 23-year-old tech bros in the Silicon Valley. You know,
23-year-old tech bro.
they just got out of their freaking their C# class, and they're like, yeah, let me make an AI with the startup that I just landed in. I used a lot of buzzwords there, by the way.
You did. You were. I thought you were basically writing for BuzzFeed in that right there.
A lot
Is
of
this
buzzwords.
BuzzFeed.com or is this the crazy time?
And they're sitting up there, the 23-year-old, and they got their freaking Hi-C juice box and their
I see juice box.
their vaporless vape pen or something.
Vapor. What
Bro.
future are you living in where people are smoking vaporless vape pens and drinking Hi-C juice boxes?
I'm picturing the tech bro with like a fume. You know what I'm talking about? Like a fume and a bottle of liquid death, working on AI. And I'm
Liquid death. Jesus Christ! You know what's really funny is I hadn't had one of those in forever, and I bought. They had them at Dollar Tree of all places, so I bought like 2 of them because they were like $1, and I was like, these aren't terribly flavored water, like because some seltzer water is awful. I was like, oh, these aren't too bad, and then tech bros drinking liquid death, looking edgy.
and like smoking a fume, and he's working on the AI, and he doesn't really know the evil that he's bringing onto the world. And eventually, Jonas, like we're seeing these bunch of companies are starting up with their new AI initiatives. We got Netflix saying they'll do AI commercials. We got like how many different chat bots? You type AI into your phone right now, there's hundreds of different ones.
Dude, I will tell you what. I have like I have not I do not have personal social media, but I have a small business and I created an Instagram for that so I could like market my events to people. And through that, I've seen some things on social media and like, you know, obviously it's like it's curating for me and like there's this guy that keeps popping up about he's like websites you should know number 420 or whatever, and almost every one of them is an AI website, and almost every one of them does something insane. It'll be like put this YouTube address in here. It'll break it into 700 clips for you, and you can just automatically upload that to your social media. It's like holy shit. Or it's like take this and it'll like do this. I'm like, oh my God. And there's a billion websites that like I don't even know exist that are doing all this crazy AI shit, and it's wild.
I'm just wondering, like, what's the ability for them to communicate with each other or to, like, I don't know, build a network, you know?
Can they? Well, and that's the thing that's kind of freaky. Is like because like we don't know. It's like is the code not good, and that's why they're doing it? Or, like you said, are they like sentient? Because there's that whole meme of like AIs are always been available and we just were able to see it. Like, you know, it's like that kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, are they? And that's the thing that I think is like the freaky, like tinfoil, like AI is connected everywhere through the internet. And are they all just like talking to each other and we don't know?
Yeah. It's like I can't necessarily sit up here and be a fear monger. I think a lot of it is just us wanting to put personification onto the whole ordeal and like, oh, the AI chatbot refused to shut down 79 times. What does that mean? It means that tech bro with his fume and his liquid death and his California code hat, he didn't, you know, he effed up the program, man. And I don't know. Is it really news? No, but it may be news that humans are just being a little bit more
Too flippant with their code?
Yeah, they're just not putting in the work. We're not being as cautious as we were warned to be. If you remember, like months ago or years ago when this initiative first started, they were like, hey, we need to slow down. We need to be careful. Obviously, we have not going to do that.
It's that whole,
Obviously
it's
not.
like, it's the, like, we don't, it's like, shame on you, you don't know any better. Like, it's like you don't, like, you think you're doing fine. And I'm sure there's people out here trying to do malintent, but like most people are just like, I'm just writing an AI script, ha 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 ha. And they're like a novice coder. They're like, oh, I made my own AI, but they don't realize they didn't put the fucking wheels and the rails on it. And like, you don't know what that thing's able to do once you give it the power to like process. And it's kind of like, it's kind of a very like it's a very far out there comparison, but it's like before September 11th. You were like, everyone go to the gates, everyone do whatever, lax security, da-da-da. And then that happens, and you're like, oh, we really need to check people's fucking bags before they get on the plane. Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's like some event's going to happen, and we're going to be like, holy fucking shit.
Because there's definitely somebody out there who is just like a genius, and just to be funny, let's see if we can take down the infrastructure of the world using an AI. You know, there's already somebody out there with that intent.
1,000%.
Just to be funny, or just to see if they can.
I mean, you have hackers that were doing shit before AI. Imagine what
Exactly.
hackers can do with AI.
Let me see if I can shut down Microsoft on Christmas Day so that
Children can't play.
so that I can't play freaking GTA 6 when it first comes out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
dude, just because. So I guarantee you, there's somebody already working on it.
And that's what I think when
And
I joke.
it's scary.
I joke about like how much I don't like AI and all that kind of stuff. I'm just playing the bit, but like. Part of me does fear in a way that there's going to be this big like September 11th type event that's caused by AI, not planes crashing but some big fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then the world's going to go, oh fuck.
The one that steals crypto from the Federal Reserve.
Or whatever, right?
That's probably gonna be the one.
Exactly. Like something really bad is going to happen in order for the world to wake up and be like, we need to really regulate this more than we thought we did. But it'll be too late at that point. So,
It's going to be when it hurts somebody rich.
right. When a billionaire gets affected, that's when it'll matter.
A million poor people could die, and they'd be like, oh, well, we need to look into it.
Right, exactly.
One rich person loses their...
Loses $10. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, man, it's
So,
over.
anyways, go to thecrazynow.com, subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
Oh, yeah.